Your cat just bit my head.
Yeah.
Like, bit.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna happen again. There it goes. Yeah. Should I be worried? Does he break skin?
Nah, he doesn't. Maggie, why are you biting heads?
Oh, are we being Vaseline?
Welcome once again to Noah's Snark, where two former religious types and current snarks take a look at religious media on its own terms.
My name is Hillary.
And I am Josh, aka Pacific Rim was fucking awesome. And I have something very special prepared today, because I am surprising Hillary by completely changing the subject of our show on the spot. You're not ready for this.
What are you talking about?
This is now the Pacific Rim cast.
Oh,
I'm going to ask you your favorite kaiju, then we're going to talk about our favorite Jaegers. But first, me.
Go.
I like Knifehead from the first Pacific Rim, because that's the one that killed Yancey, which was the main character's brother, and it was really awesome. But my real favorite kaiju is Gigan, because he is the big robot with the hook hands from Godzilla movies. He's the cutest, because he's stupid, and he's a robot, and it's stupid.
Yeah.
My favorite Jaeger is Crimson Typhoon, also from the first movie, because even though it didn't really do anything, it had 3 pilots, and that was pretty cool.
Your joy brings me joy. But if this is supposed to be a back and forth, I can go ahead and say that I have no memory of what happened yesterday. I watched the whole movie and I was awake. Can't tell you a damn thing.
Yeah, it was cool.
I have no favorite nothing.
Yeah.
But it was fun to watch an action movie that was shot well as an action movie, which we discussed after the fact. Yeah, there were robots, there was fighting. Yeah, it was well shot, well made.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done fucking around.
Okay, well also, I want to say, it wasn't Michael Bay, so it's great.
Perfect. But really, today is a milestone in Noah's Snark history, in that it is our first album review.
Oh, it is. That's right. Yeah.
Obviously, everyone knows we've been trying to do Lecrae.
Right.
We are going to do it. But this is the first one that will be published.
Right. And the Lecrae one, while we've discussed it already, we have it, we have part of it recorded, but it's one of those ones where we had to work around another person's schedule.
And it's longer than expected.
It's longer than expected. It took it's a good conversation, so we let it go. Natural.
So, this is the first one we're going to release, and even specialer than our first album review, Hillary chose this one, and it holds a very special place in her heart.
That's one way to put it. It is very nostalgic. I'll say that. It is very nostalgic for me. This album, Wow 1999.
Wow Hits 1999.
It's Wow Hits 1999. It's Christian's answer to the now, that's what I call music.
Genre?
Franchise.
Franchise.
Yeah. And I was first introduced to it when I was 14 years old at Bible camp in the Alabama mountains. So a very different time period, like a very unique, specific time of my life. And, I genuinely don't know if I like or hate this album because it's so nostalgic that I feel like I like it. Because I remembered the words of some of these songs. I haven't listened to them in over like 15 to 20 years.
Right.
Yeah.
But you still have the actual CD.
I couldn't find it. I actually went looking for it, so I might have thrown it away when I went full atheist.
Yeah,
there's a chance, yeah.
So
I might have thrown it into a fire dramatically.
Right. And even though we have pretty similar religious journeys, I've never been into the Christian music.
Yeah.
It's never been a thing of mine.
Yeah.
I just listen to regular ass music my whole life.
I mostly listen to
my dad was
music,
really into Creed.
Oof.
But that's about as close as I ever got.
Yeah.
My mom was also into like hip hop and rap.
Yeah.
So I grew up listening to my dad's, like, ironically, he's the black guy. He really likes, like, white guys jamming on their little guitars.
Just really terrible.
Creed. He was really into Matchbox 20.
Oh my god.
He was really into
Dave Matthews Band.
Probably, but I don't know for certain.
Put those in the same.
But Matchbox 20 and Creed. Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh, of course.
Or the three that I
Counting
think about.
Crows.
The 3 that I think about when I think of my dad's musical taste.
That is so
Or
strange.
those 3. And my mom was listening to the white woman.
Right.
Was listening to the V103s and the Hot 97 ones or whatever.
Right, and your dad was like all 94.1, Star 94, 99X.
So it was always funny, because like whatever car we were in would be the the music I'd listen to.
Yeah.
So that's mostly what I heard. But I didn't listen to a lot of this Christian stuff.
I was a music lover across the board. At this point, I had grown up just being really into I loved the oldies, but I also loved, like, pop music of the, like, 70s, 80s, 90s, all of that. I was discovering 90s, like, early 90s alternative, like the Nirvana and the Smashing Pumpkins and shit like that. This is the only Christian album I ever owned. Yeah. Even going fully through my Christian phase, the only actual physical album I owned was this one. And it was because it was introduced to me at Bible camp. And so it's kind of like a fun camp memories attached to it. So you have it to, like, remember.
Yeah.
You know, your cabin and the girls and the gossip and all that.
So
stuff.
Every song on this album is my first time hearing it. All of them. Even the musicians.
And half of them are my first time hearing it. Because apparently I only really remember the first half of this album. Either because I skipped the second half, which we'll discuss as to why, or because I listened to it mostly when I was going to bed and just fell asleep before the second half even started. I don't know. But half of it, I'm like, I have never heard this song before.
We should clarify.
Yeah.
It's a double album.
Yes, it is. It's 30 songs.
30 or 36?
30. It says 30 on the cover of the CD.
Okay. At least 30 songs.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking long.
That's a lot, yeah.
I tried. It's a lot of music.
And actually, you saying that just now, there were 2 discs. There had to have been 2 discs, which is why I only listened to the first disc, and that explains everything. Right now, you just solved the mystery that I've been working out for the whole morning.
But as we should come to expect by now, because this is Christian music, it should be just as good as regular secular music, but also way better, because Jesus Christ has been blended in.
Right.
So, let's just...
Yeah.
You want to just go forward?
Let's fucking go forward, yeah.
I'm going to just list all of the songs. If you have something to say, we'll say it.
Okay.
If you don't have something to say, we'll say meh and move on.
Okay. Well, starting with the first one, hit me. What is it?
Starting with the first one. DC Talk.
Yes.
A song called Into Jesus.
Yeah. This one I remember the most because it's the first song, so every time I listen to the CD, this is the one that I heard. This is probably the song I heard the most over any of the other songs. And I knew every word still. Again, 15 to 20 years ago.
So, this is my first time hearing a DC Talk song, though I have heard of DC Talk before.
Yeah. They were big. They were like a big Christian
I know that
alternative rock band.
But I've never heard them.
Right.
But my immediate thought upon hearing the tune and the singer is that this is a fuck song.
Yeah, hey you, I'm into Jesus.
See, without the I'm into Jesus part, the first lyrics are, I see the moon.
Yeah, no.
A million stars
about at night.
It's like, this is a song about fucking.
Yeah, I know.
Or maybe not fucking, maybe making love.
Right.
But this is a get it in song.
For sure. It is sensual.
And it just happens to be.
He does it with his, like, sexy gravel voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I see why the stereotype of, like, Christian music is just regular love songs, but with Jesus inserted into it, comes from.
That's actually, like, my favorite South Park episode.
Yes. If this is indicative of what DC Talk is like, or Christian music entirely, it's like, oh, that's 100% just you write a normal song, and then you talk about Jesus.
Yeah, just look forward to it, because we're going to get to a song where I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, there is a word, like, if you just replaced Jesus with baby or something, you're like, woo.
Yeah,
that's hot, steamy stuff.
That's steamy.
Yeah. But anyway, so no, this one, actually, I have the most memory of. I still knew most of the words, which was very surprising to me. And also, who's he talking to? If this is a fuck song, which it really is, he's like with a girl, they're in the woods, they're watching the stars. And is he using Jesus to get into her pants? To be like, hey, you. I'm into Jesus.
That's right. I'm not into you.
Is she Christian?
I will literally be into you,
yeah.
But I'll be thinking about Jesus.
Here's what I was envisioning. She's super Christian. He's trying to get her in her pants. So he plays it up that he's super Christian too. Hey, I'm also super into Jesus. Yeah. Can I feel you over your pants?
Yeah. Or can I get...
how it starts.
That's true. I like to think he's progressed.
Yeah.
And he's going to get literally into her. But he wants her to know that he's also into Jesus.
Yeah. Or it's that. Or it's him trying to be like, hey,
no,
slut,
she is the preacher's... She's the preacher's daughter.
Yeah. Or it's like she's coming on to him and he's like, hey, I'm into Jesus. You know? And he's like, I'm saving myself. No, at the beginning. Obviously this will devolve.
Yeah, but I like to think, I'm going to go with she is the preacher's daughter.
Yeah.
So she has to know that he's devout.
Right.
But as we know, the stereotype about preacher's daughters.
They'll do it in the butt. Because that's not sex.
So he's trying to convince her with a love song, but also telling her at the same time I'm into Jesus.
For sure. Like, let's
and if you'd let me,
yeah.
I'd also be into you.
Yeah. Literally?
Literally.
Emotionally?
Emotionally.
Yeah.
But I'm also spiritually into Jesus.
Spiritually into Jesus.
Our souls will be
Let's
bonded
not
forever.
play. The guys in this band got some on tour.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna look it up later, and I
They
guarantee.
did not save it for marriage. They did not have promise rings like the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, I guarantee they got. I'm gonna look it up later. I'm gonna find out for
They
sure.
got down. There's no. Well, why would that be on the internet? Do you think you can find like?
Oh, absolutely.
How many times who they slept with?
Possibly.
Okay, please do.
You think there's not a groupie
Are you
story
a
about?
hacker?
You think there's not a groupie story about the DC Talk guys? One of them.
Oh, please share this with me. We will do a follow-up mini episode if he finds anything of value online.
That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
All right,
Go
the
on.
second track is by the Newsboys.
Yes.
It's called "Entertaining Angels."
Yeah.
I have
God.
nothing to say
My
about this.
natural reaction is to start singing it.
I found it.
What are they talking about?
I found it boring
Yeah.
and lifeless. And if this is at all indicative of overall quality of the genre, then I can. It says a lot to me that they are a big name. 'Cause I
Right.
know who the Newsboys are. I know their name.
Yeah, I knew their name
Mostly
too.
because of God's Not Dead, but still.
Yes.
I think they have a new singer, though, because I didn't see the guy.
I don't know what any of them look like. I never did.
In the God's Not Dead movies, they are in them. At least the first one.
Okay.
And
Look forward to that, audience. Coming
true.
soon to
Coming
a podcast
relatively
near you.
soon.
Yeah. The whole God is Not Dead series. What was I going to say? Okay, this is the second song on the album.
Yes.
It's the second song that sounds like it could easily have been on Star 94 in the 90s. It sounds like your typical, like, kind of like a Collective Soul, Vertical Horizon, Third Eye Blind, that type of music.
except
which,
without any of the heart.
right, or like Quality, but also, Quality specifically, Third Eye Blind is a great band.
I agree.
I
why
like
said
some
heart.
Collective Soul.
Right.
I actually love fucking A. I love all of them. Like, I love, and like, all of that is like such a formative time in my life. So, however you feel about that genre of music, I love it. So that's why I kind of enjoy these. They also all seem to be completely ripping off these bands.
Mm-hmm.
Some more directly than others, and I feel like that's because they're singing to an audience that doesn't, most of them probably, like, a lot of kids weren't allowed to listen to the radio unless it was a Christian rock station. So it's like they're doing clean versions of what's on the actual radio.
But I don't care for this song. I did not like it. It was really, really dull.
How do you entertain angels by the light of your TV screen? What are you doing to entertain them? Like, what do they consider entertainment?
I didn't remember the lyrics nearly as well as you, but of course you've heard it before. But
Many times.
I
Entertaining angels by the light of my TV screen, 24/7. I don't, and then something I've never understood. You wait for me. I don't know. They're nonsensical.
So the angels like
lyrics.
to watch TV.
Oh no! He's entertaining them by the light of his TV screen. So the TV's lighting him, entertaining them.
And moving
no
on.
idea.
I don't care.
On to song 3.
Song 3 is by Jars of Clay, and it's called
Mm.
Crazy Times.
Which reminded me, I saw Jars of Clay live at the Fox Theater in about the year 2000,
Dope.
which I completely forgot about until I heard this song.
I wrote specifically for this. This is not a Christian song.
No.
At least any more than any Incubus song ever was.
Exactly.
I
They
did
were
enjoy it, though.
mainstream Christian music
Yeah.
for the most part.
But I did enjoy it.
Yeah. I
So
liked them. I liked them a lot.
I don't know who Jars of Clay is, but it sounds like
I have
just
the Jars of Clay CD. I did have another Christian one. I lied to you at the very start of this. I'm so
It's fine.
sorry.
We'll do fine.
I just completely, like, this is all
but
coming back to me.
This is my first Jars of Clay song, and it sounds like they're just a superior Creed. Because I kind of like this, and I don't
would
like
never
Creed.
compare to the Creed at all. I hate Creed. I hate his voice. Scott Stapp's voice desperately wants to be Eddie Vedder, and
Yeah.
it's not. This guy's voice,
Okay,
Garbage.
next song. Michael W. Smith.
Yes.
And it's called Love Me Good.
yeah.
Now, the way we heard this, because you didn't have your CD, was we found a playlist on YouTube that had most of the songs.
Right.
This one was not on that playlist.
Correct.
But I looked up the track list, and so I know what's on it. Mm-hmm. And so we just listened to it right now. Uh-huh. We got literally 65 seconds in.
I was gonna say, did we make it a minute?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, barely.
65 seconds.
Barely.
And I said, can we please stop this?
Uh-huh.
This song is terrible.
And I said, God, yes.
It's horrible.
It's horrible.
He is doing... First off, it's not Christian at all.
No.
It has nothing to do with Jesus or
Well, I think he's
anything
talking
Christian.
to Jesus. I think he wants Jesus to love him good.
Yeah, but he keeps
I
giving him
think he's
sexy fuck me
closeted.
eyes.
No, I know. So that the ladies still want him. but also it's because he loves Jesus and actually wants Jesus.
Yeah. So
He has like a very not his name is Michael W. something. He has a very George Michael look.
for like from Arrested Development?
No.
I know.
He looks like Michael Cera. No, he looks like George Michael. And he does those.
That's fair.
And he actually kind of sounds like him too. He's got that kind of vibe and that kind of sound.
He's not a terrible singer.
He's not a terrible singer, but my God, this song makes no sense. It's stupid.
I hated it.
Camels and such.
We've officially talked more about it than we actually listened to it.
No, it's true. But why is he talking about camels? And why does he think you're going to be attacked by bears?
Yeah,
I don't know.
None of it was any good.
Whatever, we're moving on.
The next song is by Jennifer Knapp, and it's called Undo Me. And it is not an entirely unpleasant bit of folk music.
Not at all. And she has like a very kind of cool, raspy,
yeah, I like her voice.
Melissa Etheridge voice.
Phoebe when she's sick.
Yeah, sexy Phoebe Cold voice. Yeah, and also while listening to the song, which was on YouTube, so I'm watching the video, listening to the song, the one and only comment on that video was somebody praying for her and like hoping that she gets back to the Lord.
Right, because she's gay.
Yeah, I had to look it up. I'm like, what did she do? Like, did she like leave Christian music? Like,
she did, yes.
Yes, but also like watching the video, I'm like, oh, she probably came out and the Christians like rebelled against her, and that is exactly what happened.
100%.
Yeah,
I also
which made me like her more.
I also was amused by this because she opens it because I'm expecting Christian songs, Christian music, Christian artists. She opens this video with, I'm working my ass up here. Yeah. And it's just like, it was it caught me off guard. I was
she said ass.
She said ass. You can't say ass. Normally I wouldn't care, but I just didn't expect it.
Right, yeah. Also, that video was a live, her singing that song live in like the 2010s.
Yeah, it was like a coffee shop.
Right, so she probably, by that time, I didn't really research into like when she came out or whatever.
Yeah, she was out of it by then.
She was out of it by then.
So I think she stepped out in like the early 2000s.
Yeah, she's doing like a throwback song.
I mean, it's still probably one of her bigger songs. So,
yeah.
Because I don't know who she is.
She also said something like, you guys are singing this like you've been singing it your whole life, because it's from like 10 years before she was singing it in that video. Right. So, yeah, I guess there were some fans that stuck with her, and good for her.
Good for her. All right, the next one is by a band called Delirious with a question mark.
Delirious?
The song is called Deeper.
This is the one I was talking about.
Where if you just insert Jesus, it's like, oh, okay.
Yes, but also, if you don't, like, if you read it just literally as it's written, it sounds like an incest song.
I wrote also about a woman who happens to be Jesus.
Yeah, either about a woman who is Jesus, or his literal father, who he's slowly falling more and more in love with.
I get that.
Hold on, let's do a quote real quick.
You have found my fetish.
This is my... And also, I made a note. This band sounds a lot like the band Cracker. Are you aware of Cracker?
No.
You probably know the song Low by Cracker. It's
possibly.
Like the one that's like, be with you, girl, like being low. Hey, 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 you like being stoned. But does that not ring a bell at all? He sounds exactly like Cracker, but it's like if Cracker was doing a cover of Desiree's Gotta Be, that's this song.
I got it.
But
I found it, I wrote it was super repetitive, and super standard, just pop rock from the 90s.
Right.
I totally didn't care.
Hold me in your arms like any father would. How long do we have to wait? We're going all the way. I'm living just to fall more in love with you.
Ugh. Yeah, that's about a lady.
No,
a lady named
that
Jesus.
is about incest. That is about father-son love.
Why?
And I am uncomfortable.
Why do we have to write songs about how much, like... We and God love each other.
How bad you want to bang God. Like, why does that keep getting brought up?
It's a common refrain.
It's very sensual. Like sexy songs about Jesus.
I don't write hymns or I don't write Christian music, but I feel like I could do it without talking about how I want to fuck Jesus.
I get gay men and straight women would want to sing songs about fucking Jesus, because the Western idea of what Jesus was, he was hot. Like
the Western idea of what love is.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
Yeah. But just like their idea of like, just like he's always very lithe with like the long silky hair.
He's white even though he wasn't
very
white.
white. Yeah, he has abs.
He always has abs.
He always has like sick abs. Yeah.
He did walk a lot.
So I get like some children's sexual awakening coming from the crucifix.
Yeah. As Rufus asked us.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a fat apostle? Mm-mm. Hell no.
Nah, man. They walk so much. They are svelte. They eat a lot of fish, so their skin's probably great. Yeah.
Okay, the next song is by Rebecca St. James, which is a name I'm familiar with, but I don't know her again. The song is called Pray. And I like this one because it's at least specifically about a religious thing, praying.
Right. This is the first one that's blatantly so. Except for, I guess, the Michael W. Smith one, which we just got introduced to. But this is the first one we're like,
no, that one wasn't specific.
we didn't listen to it. What was it called?
Love Me Good.
Oh, right. No, that was going to be
No,
a
it was
weird,
about
sexy
bears
one.
and camels.
That was about him fucking a lot of Christian women on tour.
No, this one is the first explicitly religious one we've had.
Right.
DC Talk technically, because I say Jesus a lot.
Yeah.
But let's be clear, that was about a woman.
That was definitely
just
about
inserted a
having
random
sex on a
chorus.
camping trip.
Right. Rebecca St. James is talking about praying. Mm-hmm. And I could actually see myself jamming to this had I been more familiar with it before.
Right.
Now that I know better singer-songwriters, I don't need this. But in the 90s, I could have been into it.
Yeah.
Like, growing up, I could have been into it.
I didn't mind this one. I didn't mind anything about it.
By that, I mean I basically like it.
Yeah.
I just have no use for it because it's not as good as...
There's better...
Right.
There's better... Yeah, singer-songwriters.
Kate Nash, Regina Spektor, Nellie McKay.
Yes, all of those.
Sarah Bareilles, I like.
Correct.
So
I don't like
need,
Sarah Bareilles.
I get that, but I don't need Rebecca St. James. But Rebecca St. James, you're great. You seem like you're talented and
You're
good.
fine.
You're
Josh
fine.
really likes female singers, so you get an okay.
I prefer by a strong margin.
Yes.
Yes. All right. But yeah, so good.
Fine.
Overall good.
It's fine.
The next song is the W's.
Fucking love this song.
And the song is called The Devil Is Bad. And I also love this song.
This was one of the ones that I would put on repeat. I loved this.
I listened to it twice on purpose.
Yeah, they want you to know, the W's. They would like you to know that the devil is bad, but ska is good.
My first thing I wrote was, whoa, I did not expect ska.
Yeah.
Also, I like it.
Yeah. Also, I just really miss the whole, the swing revival fad of the 90s. That was fun.
So it was actually really funny because I wrote down the titles of everything first because I wrote the titles out, then I was going to write notes as I listened to the song.
Yeah.
So I wrote all the notes down. And when I wrote this down, it was like, the W's, the devil is bad. This is going to be fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And
Even when I was reading, when I read it, and I've listened to this album, I didn't remember what anything was. I'm like, the devil is bad. Okay, so this is gonna be the devil's bad. The devil is bad.
Yeah. No, it was really cute. What's the chorus? You are the devil and the devil is bad.
Hey!
You are the devil and the devil is bad.
Hey!
You are the devil and the devil is bad. You are the devil and he is bad.
Yeah. Or no, and you are bad.
You are bad.
That's
right.
it. Yeah. Then with the big band, instruments, they have
the
the
video's
brass.
funny.
The video's fun. Yeah, it's very 90s.
So I really actually liked it.
Yeah, no, it's low budget, 90s ska video. So you actually can probably imagine exactly what they're wearing. It's those shirts that look kind of like bowling shirts, but they're
and shorts shorts that are bigger than them.
Jumping around, playing their trumpets and
stuff.
trumpet. Yeah, in the whole brass section. They're having a good time.
I enjoyed this.
I'd listen to this anyway.
I'm gonna listen to it again.
It's like a ska version of The Devil Went Down to Georgia. It's like a story. They tell a story. Yeah. Fucking yeah. I loved this.
So I was really into it.
I wanted to dance around my room.
All right, the next song is by Out of Eden, and it's called If You Really Knew. And it's good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I like Out of Eden so far.
It sounds like one of the many girl groups that came out of the 90s.
I was pleased to find out they're brown. That's cool.
They are brown. I think they might be the first brown people so far in
I
this.
think so, as far as I know, because I've seen most of them.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless the Delirious guys. But I was pretty, I liked it. It was,
Three ladies.
Three ladies. Like you said, it was very girl groupy, but it was good. It was like what'd you say, Destiny's Child with Brandy?
Yeah. It was if you replaced Beyonce with Brandy, that's what they would sound like, is my guess. Also, it sounded like it could be easily on a teen movie soundtrack
100%.
from the 90s. Walk to Remember.
Oh, and this one gets credit because I am learning, as I went through this album, that I actually appreciate Christian music when it's explicitly about Christian themes. And this one was literally, If You Only Knew is about if you only knew how much, or if you really knew how much God loves you or whatever. And so it's very, it's not over the top, but it's very explicitly Christian instead of, this is a song about a girl or a guy that I wrote, and then I inserted Jesus' name.
Right.
And it's much better. I actually prefer those on everything we do so far. When I come across those, I always enjoy them better.
Do you really?
Yes.
Because that's the opposite for me typically.
I
get why. I think I get why.
I think it's the commitment.
Yeah.
Like, yes,
Like
this
if-
isn't explicitly...
Are you a Christian artist because you genuinely believe in this stuff, or are you a Christian artist because that's
It's a market.
an easy way to market? Yeah,
Correct.
market
Like,
yourself.
Evanescence used to be a Christian band.
Right.
Why?
I don't know. Yeah.
Evanescence, I love that band.
you?
I was really into it. But, like, you're not a Christian band. Just, no.
Right.
Stop
Or
it.
even Creed. Like,
Yeah.
Creed, yeah. And there was another one that branched off from Christian music. Was it Collective Soul? Were they Christian
know, maybe.
first? Something like that. Whatever.
So, yeah. So, I liked it. Out of Eden's fine.
Yeah.
Third Day... Sorry. The next song is by Third Day, and it's called Agnes Day.
Yeah.
Which is somewhat confusing, but that's fine.
Yeah. A-G-N-U-S.
A-G-N-U-S.
D-E-I.
D-E-I.
So Latin
Latin.
for something.
Right.
That I
Hillary
did
is
not
under the
research.
impression that this is a sort of traditional
Yes.
Christian song.
I believe it is. I think a lot of artists do covers of it kind of like how...
Which is fair.
Yeah. Just as like... It's like, you know, like Amazing Grace.
Mm-hmm.
It's something in that realm.
There's no Amazing Grace on here.
Not on this one because it's
just weird.
It's done. You know?
I know, but like, I like it. I actually like Amazing Grace.
I mean, it's
as a song.
It's a pretty good song. Yeah, it's fine. But it's been covered to death.
You're right.
Yeah.
I did not care for this Agnes Day song.
No, this song is a combination of like Three Doors Down, and I'm not gonna say Pearl Jam. I'm just gonna say Eddie Vedder because he's clearly doing an Eddie Vedder type of voice.
Yeah, they don't have the Pearl Jam jam.
Right.
They have
There's
the Eddie
less
Vedder.
jam. All Pearl.
Right.
You're right.
Jeremy
It's so boring.
spoke in class
Jeremy
today.
Smoke.
in
Yeah.
class on this song.
This one.
Yeah, but I wasn't into it. It was really boring.
Yeah.
Even if it's a cover, sorry,
Slow.
the cover's boring.
And boring. Yeah. No good.
The next song is by Small Town Poets, and it's called Anything Genuine. And my exact notes on it are blah. They sound how they look, dear audience.
Yeah.
And unless you're already familiar with them, this is an audio medium, so
Yeah.
they look like nothing.
Right.
Exactly.
So but basically, like,
they sound like nothing.
DC Talk and Jars of Clay are lesser Third Eye Blinds and Collective Souls and Vertical Horizons, and this band is a lesser DC Talk and Jars of Clay. So there's like a hierarchy of
Yeah.
this exact band,
Yeah.
and they are very low on the rungs.
You're 100%. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they
All
sound
right.
just like the other guys, but worse. Go
Don't need
on.
any more of this.
No more.
The next band is the OC Supertones, and they have a song called Little Man.
Yeah.
And given my appreciation for the previous ska band,
Right.
you'd think that I was into this.
No.
Nope.
They did not.
Hated it.
I hated it. And here's why. The ska band knew what they were.
Mm-hmm.
This band is very confused. They had ska elements, they had punk elements, they had rap. And none of it was done well. It was
Mm-hmm.
all done very mishmashed, and like sometimes it felt like you were listening to like Blink-182, and sometimes it felt like you were listening.
I woke up halfway through this song. I wasn't actually asleep, but I just realized that I wasn't paying any attention. Then I woke up and he was talking about
Yeah.
going to church on church day because he's Little Man and he's going to.
Yeah, no.
And I was like,
what it
oh
is,
my
it's
god,
like
what's happening?
The whole song is about like it's like tearing down materialism
Mm-hmm.
and like the shallow life, the material like capitalist life. Because that's what makes you a little man, or is that what it was? Like it's like
don't
something
know.
like that.
I
Either
thought-
way, I was so distracted by the mishmash of genres
Yeah.
that I couldn't really pay attention to the message they were trying to get across.
All right, next band, Audio Adrenaline,
Mm.
with a song called Chevette.
I hate this song.
It was so hard to pay attention to this.
Hate it.
I had to focus on it just to hate it.
I don't care about this guy's car.
It's about a Chevette.
It's about his dad's car, and that his dad was a preacher, and his dad was a rich, poor man.
Jesus.
And then the rest of the song is just about the car. And I
did
don't
not-
care. I hate cars. I don't care about cars. Don't care about your car.
like, oh, it's a cute story about your dad. I don't care.
Yeah. Just fucking, like, make it fun, like My Sharona. If you made, like, a My Chevette,
Yeah, sure.
something like that.
Give me
would've
something
been
fun. It was not fun.
It was not fun. It was weirdly, like, sentimental.
And, like, you don't have to be fun to be engaging,
no.
but, like,
You
find
do,
a way.
Kind of a little bit.
It helps.
Yeah.
But it's not necessary.
It could have been. It's just about a car.
Yeah. Some of my favorite songs are engaging because they're incredibly depressing. That's another angle you could take.
That's very engaging. Yeah. You can be
he's
very
not- this
engaged.
is just...
Yeah. No, boo. Moving
All right,
on.
the next song is by Big Tent Revival, and it's called What Would Jesus Do? First things first, this is an awful band name.
Yes, it is. Why would you ever want to associate yourself
With
with
Big Tent
a Big
Revival.
Tent Revival, aka a cult?
This is the point in the album where I was having a very hard time starting to pay attention.
Yes. What number is this on the list? Do you know?
I don't know. It's like 12.
Wherever this is in the track list is about where my mind, like, I would, you know what, right, I'm gonna look it up and see what the second, like, when the second album starts.
14. The second album starts at Point of Grace. I have it.
So, we're already in the second album right now? Point of Grace. Oh, okay.
So this is near the end of the first album.
Yes.
And I honestly, all I heard from this entire song was "What would Jesus do?" said a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Just, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? What would Jesus? I was like, oh my god, give me a song that has song.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want a song with song.
Or, you know, maybe make the rest of the song about maybe what you think Jesus would do. This was a poor man's what if God was one of us?
Or a poor man's I would do anything for love.
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't listen too far into it, but it opened in a way that was just like, what if God worked my job? What if God was at my school? I'm like, oh, what if God was one of us? Okay, got it. That's what you're going for. Yeah, I had a WWJD bracelet.
I was comparing...
I told you I was, like, in it.
Alright, the next song is from VeggieTales.
Love it.
And it's called His Cheeseburger.
Fucking love it.
Now, this is the first time I've ever consciously paid attention to anything VeggieTales related.
I got more for you.
Because, again, I've never... Like, I wasn't... We were Christians, but we weren't into it like that.
Right.
So I've never seen VeggieTales. The
only reason I've seen VeggieTales is because my best friend had a little sister.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the only reason I've seen Barney, because Barney was way before, like, after me. Like, I was too old for Barney. I was too old for VeggieTales, all of that. But we were babysitting her little sister a lot at the time. Yeah. And VeggieTales was her jam.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of my jam.
That's fine. I did not like it.
No, there's no reason you should. You also didn't know the context.
That's
because,
true.
Like, in an episode,
I was really confused.
Yeah, there's an episode, and that's what it's in. But... Yeah.
I got sort of the idea. Apparently they do the thing called silly songs, and they were saying they're not going to do silly songs anymore.
Yeah.
Whatever. I didn't really like it. There was about 30 seconds toward the end where I started to have a good time.
Yeah.
But then the song was over, and I found myself pretty satisfied with that fact over the 30 seconds. So overall, dislike.
I just loved VeggieTales. I loved it. And also, rewatching it, I was like, the animation they used was really good for the time. Like...
Let's be clear. I'm not hating on VeggieTales.
No.
I'm a 30-year-old man.
No.
When I was 10, I'm sure I would have enjoyed it.
I was 14.
Yeah.
I was 14 babysitting a little kid.
Yeah.
And it had a level of humor to it that very little other Christian things
Like I said,
did.
there were 30 seconds. I was like, okay, I'm jamming. I'm into it. This is kind of funny.
It would have been, you'd prefer probably some of the silly songs with Larry.
Maybe.
Because that's what they interrupted for this God's Cheeseburger thing.
But I didn't get it. But again, I'm well past the demo.
Yeah.
So it's not for me anymore.
You can't really blame yourself.
And I don't have nostalgia for it. The next song on the list is by Nicole Nordman. And it's called To Know You. And this is our first example of a female-led fuck me song.
Yes, completely.
Because this is a fucking song.
100%. Yeah. Do you remember any of the lyrics?
Jesus is gonna...
There were fingers involved.
Yeah, he puts his fingers where the nails went through you.
Went through you. So I guess that's
That's what it's supposed to be, but let's be clear.
hands.
It's on your lower back. Where the nails went through you.
Through you.
This is a fucking song. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I could get into it.
Yeah, you really like lady singers.
I do really like lady singers, but I like her voice, and it's done in a sensual tone enough that if this was literally used as a fucking song, it wouldn't, like, be like, oh, this is distracting. Like, it's not Rain of Blood or...
It's like where the nails like stab through your hands and you hang there and like bled to death.
If that's what she was saying, like a Slayer song, like explicitly, Rain of Death!
Yeah.
Nails went through you!
Yeah.
That would be different. But she's like, the nails went through your body.
Your fingers touch the holes in your hands.
It's like if you're talking about holes and nails and scratching and stuff, you're just talking about fucking.
Those are word choices.
Right.
Yeah. Like whatever you're trying to pretend to be talking about, that's not what you're saying.
Right. So it was all about getting to know you,
Yeah.
the you being Jesus in this case. And here's the thing that's crazy about this album.
She's masturbated to Jesus.
I hope.
100%. That is actually what the song is about.
And the next track is where this album gets somewhat confusing. Because again, I looked up the track list.
Yeah.
And I learned that within the Nicole Nordman track on the CD, there's a hidden track by Rich Mullins called Hard to Get. Why the fuck would you hide a track?
So many CDs did that.
But not compilations. Who has a hidden...
Oh, you're right. Not compilations. Holy shit.
That's a hidden song on a compilation.
So many CDs had hidden songs.
So
like
strange.
it was just like a fun little
Yeah,
thing
hidden
to
songs
do.
are great. I love them.
Yeah, and again, I don't think I knew about these. I don't think I listened to them to the very end.
Because you fell asleep every time.
Right.
We heard the Rich Mullins song. We hated it. It was boring.
It sounded like John Denver.
It sounded like it was recorded underwater.
It's John Denver underwater singing about God.
So that's all we got to say about that.
Done and done.
We are officially on the second CD. It is by a band called Point of Grace, and it's called Steady On.
Yeah. This is where we lose me. Like, I don't know these songs.
Well, did you hear any of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Did I make notes? Let's see. Who knows?
But this is a lady singer for a full band instead of just like her by herself with a guitar or something. It's a full band. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, it's pretty standard sort of woman-led soft pedal Christianity for me. I didn't really get anything out of it. It was...
No. The second album, the second disc of this album is so painfully boring.
Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and preface it. It's so boring.
It's so boring. We really don't need to talk about it because the individuals none of these stood out except for one. One stood out for me. Did any stand out for you?
I have a few notes.
Okay.
So I'll just go over those.
Go.
The next song by JC Velasquez. It's called God So Loved.
Yes. Okay.
This one has very unsettling music. The music made me uncomfortable, but her voice is pleasant. Mm-hmm. And this is where I refer the note that I appreciate the songs that are actually explicitly Jesusified instead of just inserted randomly.
Right.
But it was way too long. After that, we have Avalon, and it's called Testify to Love. And this is one of the more explicitly Christian songs again, and I was pretty into it. Mm-hmm. All things told. I mean, it's not good, of course, but I can at least identify with what it's trying to be and appreciate it on that level. So we need more of this and less of that other, let's just throw Jesus in this blender and blend it.
Right. Sexy Jesus. Less sexy Jesus.
Less sexy Jesus. I mean, I'm sure Jesus is very sexy.
He could have been.
You know, I'd probably hit it.
Definitely, had, a really clear idea of himself and, the world. So that's really attractive.
Yeah. Do you have anything about Avalon? Do you remember?
No, I remember nothing of this.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The next song is by Stevens Curtis Chapman, but it was not on our playlist, so I didn't hear it.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I know Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're good?
We're good. We don't need to talk about that. He's another Michael W. Smith.
Okay. Now, this is the one. It's called For Him. The number 4.
Yeah.
Him. All one word. That's the band.
Right.
The song is called Can't Get Past the Evidence. And when I was talking earlier about how Big Tent Revival was an awful band name, this is an awfuler band name.
Yeah. This is very close to what the South Park name was. What was that called?
I don't know.
It's oh my god. Ah, fuck. It's so funny. Anyway, but yeah.
So this song was irritating. Mm-hmm. 1, not good.
No.
2, extremely just mediocre pop rock from the 90s.
This is where they're trying to, they're intimating towards science being involved, which makes me angry.
Yeah. And they also keep talking about...
I just can't get over the evidence. There's just so much evidence. They name no evidence.
Of course.
Yeah.
I listened. I was like,
you
is
can
there
testify
evidence?
And you can present evidence all you want. The best you can hope for is a hung jury.
That's very kind. That's
kind. A mistrial is what you were gunning for, because this is not going far.
Yeah, the premise of the song makes no sense.
Right.
It's not good. It's not well constructed. It's just a bad song.
Yeah, it's just...
And it's also based on an absurd premise.
Right.
Because you're not going to tell me that you can't get past the evidence. You can easily get past the evidence because there is
no evidence
to walk past.
Correct.
So it's just so frustrating.
Your evidence is very internal and personal to you.
Yeah, and that's cool,
It
bro.
is not science. Mm-hmm. There is no literal evidence.
As I like to quote.
Yeah.
Even if you feel it in your heart and you know that it's true for yourself.
Yeah.
Which people often say.
Yeah.
The plural of anecdote is not evidence.
Right. And also knowing in your heart is not knowing because of facts. Those are different things.
I have a strong, distinct memory and feeling that there was a ghost watching me once when I was a child.
Uh-huh.
Did I look up and see it? No.
No. Yeah.
But I felt it, and I, to date, to believe there was a ghost watching me.
Oh, I love
Do
that
I believe in
that.
ghosts?
No. Yeah.
But I felt it very clearly.
I hope for ghosts. I would love if ghosts were real, but they're
my
not.
point is simple.
They're not real.
Like, I felt it. I believe that I felt it.
Yeah.
I don't believe that what I felt was true.
Right.
but I know for a fact that I felt it because I felt it.
Right.
I was like, there's a fucking ghost. Don't open your eyes.
Yeah.
This is a real thought I had. I was like, oh no, don't open your eyes. It's a ghost.
Well,
Don't do
it's like the sensation you get when you're a kid and you're in a basement and you're like, you have to turn off the lights and go up the stairs. Yeah. You're like, immediately upon turning off the lights, you're like, there is someone behind me. I'm being chased.
Right.
There isn't anyone behind you. You're not being chased. It's all in your head. Right. But you feel it so intensely
that you know
you might
it's
as well
true.
have a heart attack on the stairs. Like, it could cause that. Yeah.
So I don't know how you can possibly say.
Ugh. I hate when they confuse the word no with belief. That drives me insane.
Yeah. Because I have like I said, it's this crazy experience I had that I know is not real.
Yeah.
But I believe it to date. I'm still like, oh no, it was terrifying.
It felt real. That's all that matters. Yeah.
All right, the next song is by Amy Grant.
Yeah, of course there's an Amy Grant song on here.
So, this is my first Amy Grant.
What? Yeah, nuh-uh.
I know who she is.
Okay, she was on B98.5 all the time. Like, she's the only one from this list I think actually made it to real radio.
I only listened to the radio when I was driving with my parents.
I only listened to B98.5 because I went to the orthodontist a lot. So that's the only station they played at the orthodontist. So I have a lot of connection with Michael Bolton and Phil Collins and like all that stuff. Yeah, and Amy Grant's one of those.
The song is called Somewhere Down the Road. It is about meeting God somewhere down the road, being taken care of somewhere down the road.
I think just like finding truth and whatever somewhere.
I was honestly unimpressed.
I was so bored.
Yeah. Her voice is nice.
It's fine.
And she's cute.
I guess.
That's about it.
Boring.
Yeah.
I hate all of her music.
I wasn't into it.
Yeah, I hated it then.
See? So you can't say I like every woman singer because...
You said her voice was nice and she's cute.
Yeah. That doesn't mean I like her. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm never going to look her up again.
I don't think any of that. I just don't. She's so blah.
Now you're just upset with me for liking women.
You're so straight, Josh. It's very irritating.
Hey, I agree. I tell people I am despondently
How can
straight.
you find anything positive? Yeah. The thing is, like, well, here's the difference. Because I'm like, all of the dudes, this is mostly dudes. There's like a handful of women on this album. There's no dude that I could possibly find attractive in any sense whatsoever because I hate their music so much.
Yeah.
Even though there are probably some conventionally attractive fellas.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine calling any of them cute because they're seeing dumb things.
I can...
And you can see past it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying. You should hate her with me.
The next song was called Lord, I Believe in You, and it was by Crystal Lewis. My specific, very short notes are unmemorable, long, overdone, we get it, you believe.
Yeah. Boring, moving on.
Boring, moving on.
Like the whole fucking second.
It was like 6-7 minutes.
Did you listen to the whole thing?
No, of course not.
I didn't either.
I couldn't.
No, I was like, why?
Because it was she was doing the I can sing.
No, she's doing the Christina Aguilera like fly swatting singing.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I don't want to hear this for any more than I need to.
No.
So I got the point. We get it. You believe.
Yeah, you believe, and you learned how to sing in church.
There's another Rich Mullins song next. It was not on our playlist though, so I didn't hear it.
Moving on.
But I'm not upset about it.
I'm not listening to it. I don't care.
The last Rich Mullins song we heard was not a good start. Not motivation to listen to this one. And honestly, through the rest of this entire album, I was zoned completely out. I'm trying to hear it.
The second half of the album, like, I was all in it. The first half, I'm like, oh my god, I remember this. It throws me back. This makes me think of these things. The second disc is what we're talking about. The second disc, I don't even know if I've even put it in a CD case. Like, this never made it to my life. Like, it's awful.
But tell us about the Brian Duncan song called Strolling on the Water.
Is the Brian Duncan song, is that the one that opens with Stephen Hawking?
Mm-hmm. It's probably not actually Stephen Hawking. It's just the voice attached.
It is the voice, yeah. It is the computer voice that Stephen Hawking committed to until his recent demise.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it goes from the Stephen Hawking voice talking about walking... I don't even remember what it said.
It's just reading a Bible quote.
It's bullshit.
And on the seventh day, God rested.
That's not the quote, but it is something similar to that.
Something boring.
And then it turns into a very clear U2 wannabe band. Mm-hmm. And I hate it.
You think the Edge is on guitar?
No. I think somebody wearing a beanie is on guitar. Like the Edge.
The Hedge.
Desperate. The Hedge. The Ledge. He is
so
on
you can launch
the
yourself
fucking
off
ledge.
of.
Yeah. He makes me want to stand on a ledge.
And then anything
no,
else
I
there?
hate it.
All right, and the only other song that we really wanted to talk about was by Moya Brennan. Maria?
Impossible to say. Irish. Very Irish name.
Very Irish.
Very Irish. Lots of vowels.
The Light on the Hill is the song.
Yeah.
And it is a St. Pat song.
Is it?
It is. It's about St. Pat.
It is.
I'm not doing that on purpose. Anyway.
But like, I actually dug, like, listening to all the drudge that was the rest of this album, I heard this and I'm like, oh, I like this. This is nice. It's very Irish. And I also immediately thought, I'm just like, this is very Enya, which I love.
It was very Enya.
Growing up. So it's like Enya, it's Irish because Enya's Irish. Mm-hmm. So that always makes sense. And then I'm like, wow, this is really Enya. And then I looked her up and it turns out this is Enya's older sister. So now we know that Enya's last name is Brennan. No idea. I thought she just like came out of the earth with one name, like a goddess.
And she was born on that day, and she was Enya.
She was Enya, daughter of two gods.
What do you think Artemis's last name is?
She doesn't have one because she's a goddess.
They have last names though.
No, Artemis.
Olympus.
What? Artist Olympus.
Zeus Olympus. Hades Olympus. Hera Olympus. No?
So what would the Roman equivalent be?
Because in the old school...
So that's the Greek. What would be the Roman equivalent?
Where did the Roman gods hang out?
Well, they're all named after... Well, the planets are named after them.
Right. But where did the Roman gods hang out?
What was the Olympus equivalent of the Roman gods?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Is it Olympus?
I feel like... No.
Olympia?
No, because Olympus was in Greece.
Yeah.
Rome was in Italy.
The
Pentagon.
Didn't they take over Greece too,
What's
though?
the Gon that was in Rome? The Parthenon?
Octagon.
No, Parthenon. Was that in Rome? Or is that another Greece thing?
I think that's Greece.
Fuck. I don't know anything about the Romans.
I mean, the Roman Empire encompassed Greece, too, I think.
I mean, I think they battled each other a lot.
They could still have Olympus. We'll have to look this up later. Point is, I feel like, because a lot of people's last names were just where they were from.
Yeah.
You know, like Jesus of Nazareth.
Right. Or kind of like the British royalty, like they're all Windsors.
Yeah, Achilles of Troy, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I have to assume that it's Zeus Olympus.
Okay, so
Artemis
she would
Olympus.
be like Enya of what's Dublin? Enya of Dublin. Enya Dublin. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enya of Dublin.
I think that's what I assumed. And now that I learned her last name's Brennan, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Nah, her name's Enya Dublin.
Okay.
Or
Enya Dublin.
Just Enya Ireland, because she's a goddess of Ireland.
Enya of Ireland.
But that's really all we got on this album. It was extremely hard to pay attention to the second half.
No, and I feel like I should apologize for even mentioning this. It's like, how do you even talk about an album like this? There's no real way to discuss it.
Well, if it's interesting and the music is interesting, that's one way. Or
if only.
If there's, or any themes, or even if the music was good, like this good stuff we talked about.
Yeah,
the stuff we enjoyed, the W's.
Yeah, it's just like such a weird time. Like it's more like I just have all these flashbacks to the weirdest time of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to tell a weird time in your life stories?
Well, when I listened to this album, it was at a Bible camp. Mm-hmm. It was barely preceding the beginning of my eating disorder, and about the time when I was being told I was at my peak height. So, very...
So you knew that any weight you cut was going to be permanent.
Yeah, because that's how it works. Like, oh God, if I'm not growing anymore, I need to find my weight.
I'm just saying.
It was all just anxiety and like going into a new school. Like I turned 15 that September, and that was like my first year of high school. So that summer camp experience was leading into my first year of high school. Yeah. So like the vulnerability and the awkwardness and all of that. So like listening to this just brings me back to like just a fucking garbage camp. It was... The mountains of Alabama is not a place you want to spend any long period of time.
I'm going to go with the state of Alabama.
Yes, but like when you get like it's like the Appalachia of Alabama. Yeah, that's a weird secluded situation that I always felt like the black sheep. Which is like, they had like separate like swim times for like guys and girls, and like everything was separate and gross, and like we were forced to eat. This is actually, could be the actual genesis of my eating disorder, because we had to eat everything on our plate. It was like a part of like their whole deal, like, to avoid waste. They're like, don't put anything on your plate you're not gonna eat, and like you have to like lick it clean, because then we like there was a game at the end of eating where like after we ate our meal, there was like a game where we had to like compile all of our plates together and build some sort of like structure. I hated it. Also, I didn't eat the whole time I was there because there was so much stress. I'm like, I'm not a plate licker. Like, I picked at my food my whole life. Right. I'm like, I'm not going to finish.
I just ate with you yesterday,
food.
And I ate half of your food.
Right. Like, I pick at food, and like, even if I got the exact amount of thought I could eat, I will never finish it.
Right.
So, in that anxiety, I didn't eat at all while I was there.
And then you're just like, let's keep this up.
And I'm just like, I feel okay. Like, this feels good. I think I lost weight. And I'm 14, and I'm just like body conscious and all that. And so it devolved from there. It was just a spiral downward. Jesus Camp made me almost die.
That sucks. I have a completely unrelated and not as bad camp story.
Go.
I spent a summer at a Boy Scout camp.
Okay.
When I was 19, 20.
Where?
In the Georgia mountains, same thing.
Was it one of those cool ones that had like a rope course?
Maybe,
and, like,
I don't know. I honestly did it for the paycheck, and I didn't want to hang out in my parents' house over
paycheck.
They paid me.
Oh, you were a camp counselor?
Yes.
You weren't a camp member?
No.
Oh, I was never a counselor. I hate kids.
Oh, me too. But I didn't want to hang out at my parents' house over the summer, so I just took this job. They paid me. I lived there for 10 weeks.
Right.
And then I came back and I moved out.
Were you a Boy Scout before
No.
this? You were a Boy Scout counselor without having been a Boy Scout.
I worked in the retail store.
That's insane. Okay.
It's hilarious. I also got
you
paid
just sold
more.
The badges?
I also got paid more than one of the Eagle Scouts that worked with me.
Shut up.
He was mad.
I bet.
Because I had experience in retail.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
But I just worked in the store. I sold them ice cream.
Yeah.
And like
provisions.
Wooden carvings. Yeah, it was nothing.
Yeah.
But there was a moment where there was a protocol if a kid went missing, especially in the lake.
Yeah.
Where the entire camp, all the adults would
fun.
come searching for the kid.
Yeah.
And they just take drills or shifts, diving underwater looking for this body.
Right.
To try to get
Holy
this kid
shit, that sounds like fun.
It was. It's a high stress. It's like a fire drill, but it's not a drill. Like, there's your kid missing.
Right.
And there was
That's what I would live for.
There was, over the 10 weeks, one kid went missing. And they couldn't find him. And they had last seen him in the lake. So, like, he's a corpse now. Let's go find him.
Let's go find his...
Everyone's doing the thing. And
body.
We later discovered he was found. He's fine. But the counselor who found him brought him over to the lake and made him watch everybody search for his dead body.
Are you serious?
Yes. It was
That's so traumatic.
This is what you've done by disappearing. We told you not to disappear. This is what you did.
Oh my god. Where
like,
was the kid? Did he like run off and just need
to he was just
He's
doing
probably
something.
Just an anxious kid that didn't want to be
Possibly.
around people.
Yeah.
And that traumatized him.
But
He's probably a serial killer now. Yeah.
That was 10 years ago, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
But yeah, so he's an adult, but he has that experience of watching everyone in the camp look for his dead body.
Wow.
So that's cool.
It's like a 10-year-old, 8?
The range was between like 8 and 13. So he was pretty young.
He's killed since then. Like he has a broken brain now.
So that's a weird story about my camp experience.
That's a great story.
Yeah, we heard that. So it was good that he was fine.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool. Like, make him watch. This is what you did. You fucked up.
Yeah, rub his nose in it.
Don't run away.
That's been proven to work.
I mean, not so much. It's like, you literally caused the entire everything to shut down.
Right.
You fucked up everyone's day.
Right.
We think you're dead.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. We have one request. Yeah. It's don't disappear.
It is just like proving to the kid that there are repercussions. Like there's like your choices affect.
Like, hey, you want to go off on your own? Fine. Yeah. Tell somebody, hey, I'm going to go over there. If you need me, I'm over there.
Right.
And then we'll find you. Especially if you're in water.
Right.
So I thought it was pretty fair. No. But you're right. He's probably traumatized.
He's probably traumatized. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. It probably is fair. Maybe he learned and grew from it. Maybe he's a very strong individual. Who the fuck knows?
Maybe. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Because Boy Scouts is not... I don't even support the Boy Scouts. No. Don't do it. Don't enroll your kids.
No.
Give them something that's not shitty. Although Girl Scouts are fine.
No. I say the exact opposite. Girl Scouts are bullshit.
Girl Scouts might be bullshit, but they're not a openly discriminatory, sort of racist, sexist, weirdo organization full of pedophiles.
I mean, it's true.
So that they're better in that way.
I mean, I don't know, man. I haven't done a lot of research into the dregs of Girl Scout life. Mm-hmm. All I know is that the Girl Scouts that I was a part of, we did fucking nothing.
I'm sure
we
that's
learned
true.
nothing.
Yeah.
We did nothing. We did no camping. We did none of those things.
Yeah.
I know there are Girl Scout troops that did. Yeah. We were just pushers. We were
fine.
cookie pushers.
Yeah, that's fine.
For the organization that we got nothing from. And at least the Boy Scouts got to learn how to like survival skills and like fucking get to camp and then get molested, which like made them stronger people.
They're also molested.
Potentially. Like not all Catholics were molested, not all Boy Scouts were molested.
Not all of them.
Right.
But enough of them.
Well, also, I mean, being in the Girl Scouts didn't protect girls from being molested.
You're right. That's because there
was molestation widely.
Yeah, you're right. But it's just the Boy Scouts specifically don't let in gay people.
Yeah.
Gay kids, not just like adults.
No,
adults. Like, it's not true, but even if you use the argument like gay people molest
people
kids,
think gay people are pedophiles. They see it as synonymous, which is
not
very
at all
untrue.
remotely true.
Yeah.
But even if you assume it is, why can't you let in gay kids? Like
those kids
they're just kids.
Yeah, they need to learn and grow like everybody else.
Yeah. They have a weird problem with people who don't believe in you. Like you have to believe in a god of some sort, which is obscene. Like why? Just let them do their thing.
No,
again, kids too, not just adults.
Any organizations like that.
And that's what I mean. And Girl Scouts aren't that way. They'll just accept you. They're like, hey, you wanna join this? Do you identify as a girl?
Any
Groovy.
kind of weird, culty, cliquey group, any fraternities and sororities, any anything like that rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't like the Boy
I did
Scouts.
have to join the Boy Scouts to go. I had a Boy Scout membership. Like, I had a card with my name on it from the Boy Scouts of America.
That's funny.
So that I could go camping with some friends of mine.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, now we're on to the ratings part. Because we're trying to wrap up this album.
Yeah.
What do you rate this album on a quality scale of 1 to 0? 7. 1 to 0.
I'm terrible at ratings. This is not fun for me. I'm gonna say, because of the nostalgia, like, when you know the words to a song and you can sing it, you sometimes don't know how to interpret that as liking it or not. Mm-hmm. That's my situation here. I'm just like, I know these songs very well, and like, the ones I like, I really like. Mm. The ones I hate, I really hate, though. So I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay. I'm gonna split it in 2, because the first half is a 4.
Yeah.
I think most of it is at least enjoyable music, but it's not good.
Right.
The second half is a 1 because I checked all the way out.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about entertainment?
Well, if you're allowing us to break it up.
Yeah.
First album.
There's no rigid rules.
Hey, if you've given me permission to divide and conquer this first disc, I consider it entertaining because it was like strolling down memory lane again. So I'd give it an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out of 7?
Out of 7.
Okay.
Once again, I forgot.
It was out of 7.
I wonder how many times I'm gonna do that. 6.
Okay. Not a full enjoyment, but a thorough.
I enjoyed flashbacks.
Mm-hmm. I'm sticking with my overall 2.
Okay.
Because the first part's a 4, the last part's a 1, that averages to about a 2.
The last one is
I'm rounding down.
The second one is a 1.
Yeah, the second album.
Without question,
just, Alright, and the third is Religiosity. And this is a mishmash, because it is a mess all over the place.
Yeah. I don't know how you could see it as a whole.
Do you want to just settle for 3?
Yeah, let's go somewhere around 3.
Okay, great.
Yeah, because most of them are about fucking. But just like throwing
But there's Pray by Rebecca St. James.
Yeah.
There's The Devil Is Bad. That's kind of funny.
Actually, really, the second album is very Jesus-y.
The second album is
boring,
hardcore.
Painful way.
You're right. Can't get past the evidence after all.
Ugh.
Now, since we're talking about it, you already said you hate it. Do you want to just drop ratings entirely for the future?
Oh, I don't know. Should we?
We'll talk about it.
I will talk about it. Then maybe. I'm not good at it because I don't know what to compare it to, and I need something. Yeah.
You're just doing what you feel in the moment.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
And next week, because we're on to the next week portion of our show, get excited, Hillary.
Okay.
Because we are finally doing the thing that we've been working towards since the beginning. I have bought a book. I have purchased things.
Oh.
We've been talking about it. We've been organizing. Because among the first concepts of the show, I always wanted to do what we're doing next week. But it required a lot of logistics, organizing people. Mm-hmm. But I've been reading up. I've been preparing. I purchased it. And we're finally ready.
Okay.
According to Brandt.
Who's
Brandt? Quote. Just a person. Quote. I would put this game up against any of the established or popular games out there, and play it before any of them. End quote. Mm-hmm. Chad remarks,
always trust a Chad.
Quote, it has a real feel to it and is easy to understand.
Wait, a real feel, you say?
Mm-hmm, that's right, because we are gathering a few other people and getting our friends on our mic so that we can play the Holy Lands RPG, which is the Christian answer to Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
I will be your humble dungeon master.
Yes.
But since this is Holy Lands and Christianity does not have dungeons,
no,
I will be the raconteur.
Oh my god. You're Jack White.
I'm Jack White. Hey.
Yeah.
I can be worse things. Hillary, you've played D&D once.
Once.
I play twice weekly.
Yes.
So it should be interesting.
It should be. This is not natural for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Don't really get the gameplay of these things. So,
do you have any idea what kind of character you're going to be?
No, you showed me one character sheet.
Once.
I decided that's who I wanted to be. So I guess yes, but I don't remember. I liked that character. Everything about the sheet was perfect.
Okay, we can look at it right after
I don't
this.
know any. Yeah, I don't know what characters are available or what their powers are. Yeah.
But Hillary will be someone who I'm sure will be lovely and dangerous.
Yeah.
And very competent.
Well, there's no way to avoid competency. It's just who I am.
But we're bringing in people. It's going to be great. So get ready. Please come back and join us as we finally get a chance to explore the Holy Lands.
Huzzah!
And remember, as always, if you like the show and you'd like to support us, please give us some of those 5-star reviews on whatever podcast app or service you're using. If you feel like we deserve anything less, feel free to keep that to yourself.
Keep it to yourself.
You can also carve it onto a small piece of wood and put that under your pillow and then burn your house down.
It's true, yeah. You could write a song, sing it to a microphone that's not plugged in, and I guess attempt to post that on the internet, but good luck, because you didn't plug it in.
You could also just straight up write a song and just sing it to yourself in your closet only.
Right.
And because it's like, you're not sure that it's ready, so you're not sure what to do with it.
Sing it in your car, it's the best place it's going to sound anyway.
And you refine it for 50, 60 years until eventually you die of old age.
And leave no sign of it. Yeah. There's no physical proof.
You don't have it written down or anything. It's just been running in your head the whole time.
Right.
But basically what we're saying is...
Be nice to us.
Say something nice or say nothing.
Yeah.
But if you do want to contact us, don't forget that we do have a website at noahsnarkpodcast.com. That's Noah's Snark with 2 S's, podcast.com. I recently added a comment or question button that you can click on, and it will send us anything you'd like to say or do. And if we like what you say enough, or even if it's cruel and unusual.
Honestly, like, if you have suggestions of, like, doesn't have to be Christian, like, we want to do more, like,
Hindu, Buddhism,
Judaism, anything. Yeah. Anything out there that you think is media worth watching and talking about, please send it to us.
Send us to us. And if we like it enough, we can cover it on the show or address your question on the show. If a website's too complicated to contact us, we have a Facebook page.
Shout real loud and maybe we'll hear you.
Shout real loud, we might hear you. We have a Facebook page that has the same name, Noah Snark. A Twitter handle at Noah Snark Pod.
We're social as fuck.
Social as hail. I'm actually considering changing our religion to kaiju so we can cover kaiju movies.
I don't know why you're bringing me into this. Yeah. Our religion is not going to be kaiju.
Yeah.
Josh's religion is going to be kaiju.
I'm bringing you in. You can't help it.
I think I can.
Mm-hmm. I worship the King Caesar.
Well, then I'm going to get into a Gaia type situation because I'm all about some natural disasters.
That's cool, yeah. But on all of those places, Twitter, Facebook, the website, you can find links to or listen to our episodes from there. And as always, thanks for listening.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.